The biggest cognitive bias of them all is the belief that you are not victim to any cognitive biases. Yo guys, Aaron here. Today we're talking about cognitive biases and how you can really screw yourself over by falling for the biggest one there is. So if you don't know what a cognitive bias is, a cognitive bias is something that we're all victim to. Like, it's like one of them, like the most famous example is the sunken cost fallacy. It's more painful to lose something than to get something, all right? So for one example, it's like if somebody gave you $1 million and then you got used to having that, the feeling of somebody taking that away from you is much more painful than somebody trying to give it to you in the first place. So it's a lot easier to actually take action when you're about to lose something than going towards something. So it's actually harder to become a millionaire because you're trying to go and get something. But if you're trying to lose something, if you have a fire under your ass, you're more likely to actually go towards it. So that's like just one example of a cognitive bias. There's a bunch, there's a list, there's like a lot. You can look it up. There's actually a list of like 20 or something. I don't know the exact amount, but there's a bunch of them. But I want to talk about the biggest one of them all, okay? Look into it yourself, but this is the biggest one of them all. And it's not even a cognitive bias itself. It's one I actually heard from somebody else named Derek Moneyberg. And I truly, truly stand by it and believe it 100%. And it's the biggest cognitive bias of them all. The biggest cognitive bias of them all is the belief that you are not victim to any cognitive biases. A lot of people that are young think they have this immortality complex, or a lot of like overly arrogant or confident people think they have all their shit together and they're invincible in the face of everything. They can do anything, they can fight anything, and they get reckless and they fuck themselves over. So I've fallen into this before too. But as you amass life experience, you start to realize, oh shit, I'm falling to the same exact patterns, the same exact problems and biases that everybody else does. Like, I'm not special. Like, you're not special. Like, the cameraman, Frankie's not special. My light guy's not special. None of us are special. We have our own unique little stories and our conditionings and all that shit. But at the end of the fucking day, we're all human and we can all be victim to these things. We all have a shit ton of potential, but we all have the same weaknesses as well. So don't let that shit get to your head, because if it does, you're gonna bite yourself in the ass. So this kind of wraps back around again, like the superiority complex, whatever, thinking you're invincible and young and immortal and all that shit. But I want to tie this just around to the idea of being humble and being honest and transparent with yourself about what you can and can't do. Because if you don't accept that, you're just going to be this arrogant, like all in your face kind of person who can't actually get anything done, because you're just too much, like you're too try hard, too arrogant, and people sense that. You don't feel real and relatable because you're not honest about your imperfections. Just be straight up and honest with yourself about all the things you can and can't do. So just I would recommend, like, first looking up all the cognitive biases if you want to get intellectual about it, and actually reading all of them because they're true. But then also taking this to more of an energetic level, just being honest with yourself about the things you're shitty at. Like for me, sometimes I used to have a stutter. I used to like twitch my eyes a lot and weird shit like that. You feel like weird and insecure and anxious and stuff, and I can't speak up under tension. All this bullshit. But if you're honest with it and you accept it, once you've accepted it and you go forward and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm allowed to have these, I do have these, acknowledge them, then you can go forth and actually start fixing them from a loving place, like a self-loving place. And strangely enough, you start getting support from the people around you too, because they want what's best for you. So from an energetic level, again, just be brutally honest with like things you're shitty at, like say them, accept them, understand that you are a victim to these things just like everybody else, and take that forward with you. And from that place, you can really, really start. All right, please. It's closing the pier, guys. But from that place, you can really start making progress towards fixing whatever problems you have with yourself that you view you have with yourself. Probably gonna end the video there, but I do want to give you one tip about how to do this. And honestly, it's just a exercise in self-introspection here to help this. I want you to go back to the earliest time you ever felt your biggest insecurity in yourself, whatever you view it as, like the biggest weakness or biggest thing you feel like you're not good at. And I want you to think about why you took it so personally at that time, because that was the earliest time you ever felt this thing in you. I want you to take that and just kind of reflect on why that's there. And once you're at that point, you can actually start understanding that's the first step to really accepting that part of you, and then you can really unlock the path forward to fixing that. So I kind of started with like an intellectual explanation, but then kind of transitioned to an energetic one. But that was the point, because I'm focusing more on how you feel about things, not like verbatim, like, oh, these are the 20 cognitive biases, you're a victim to them too. I was just using that as an example and a way to get to this side. But really, do that self-introspection. I think it'll really help, and wish you the best of luck going forward. That was really helpful to me. Hope it's helpful to you. It's been helping me massively in my relationships and my life overall, and how I view myself, my self-esteem, the whole ordeal. Yep, that's it, guys. Hope that helps. Do what you will with it. Again, here at the Santa Monica Pier, coronavirus is fucking the world again. Everything's shut down. But that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. All right? Peace out. Yo guys, what is up? Totally forgot to mention this. Hope you liked the video, but I just want to let you guys know, if you're really serious about changing your life, if you're tired of your bullshit, I'm hosting a free 1-hour masterclass about the 5 biggest mistakes I see men making nowadays, and how to actually get rid of those mistakes, avoid them, and really fucking get their life straight so they can take the action they want and get the life they want, the girls they want, the money they want, the fitness they want, everything they want in their life. If you're making these mistakes, you're fucked. So you need to get it. Make sure you're in on this masterclass. If you're interested, completely free, message me. It's happening March 13th. It's a Sunday at 2 p.m. PST. Okay, 2 p.m. Los Angeles time. But send me a message. I'll get you in. I'll add you to the Facebook group. It's gonna be a group session, a face-to-face with me over Zoom with a bunch of men that are like-minded. And by the way, I only want to work with people that are serious and really committed to actually fixing themselves. So hope to see you in there. Again, send me a DM if you're interested. Transform your fucking life. Don't make these 5 mistakes. And that's it. Hope you're serious about it. Want to see you in there. Peace out.
The dash is busy, the schedule busy. My head in a hoodie, my shorty a goodie. My cousins are crazy, my cousins like boogie. Life is amazing, it is what it should be. Been here for 10, but I feel like a rookie. I tell her look up, cause it's snowing it took.
Can you do a quick one?